This advice genuinely changed my life, and it came from this book right here. The first thing is actually identifying that there will be ups and downs, not that you can't avoid them. I always thought that I could avoid the downs and I could just be up all the time. And I was always like, you know what, yeah, whatever, but I don't give a fuck about the journey. I just want to get to the end goal. So I was just like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, I'm just gonna get through it all. And like, you know, maybe for some people there's gonna be downs, but for me there's only gonna be ups. And ultimately that just means that I'm not ready to just grow, because there's always gonna be downs. If you're not growing, you're gonna be happy. Simple as that. So in order to get to the point where I want to be, I'm gonna have to go through ups and downs, and I'm still going through them. I'm not this person that's gone through all this wisdom and journey and stuff that we've gone through. I'm literally going through it right now, and I'm in a pretty shit point right now, I'm feeling, but I just know that it's going to get better because it's just a part of the journey and I'm enjoying it. And I'm not carrying this resentment which I had beforehand. The second thing is about finding your why. There's parts in history where people have spoke about lifting cars off of people, doing things which are unhumanly possible. So for me, I became obsessed with the fact of how can I find that why? Activate my fight or flight response constantly to achieve my goal. Ask ChatGPT to help you find your why. You can tap this little speech bubble there. Like, hey ChatGPT, can you help me find my why right now?
Absolutely, I'd love to help with that.
Pretty much just figured out what my why was I wrote it down actually. My core why is to create a life filled with positive, like-minded connections and endless possibilities, allowing me to fully express my creativity and passion in a supportive, uplifting environment. Finding my core why, I became obsessed with, and honestly a little bit too obsessed with. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything until I find my key why. If I don't know why I wanna achieve financial freedom, then I'm not gonna be as motivated to do the things to get there, because I still don't know my core why. If you're a parent, you've got kids, which are your core why. But because I'm not a parent, hope, your core why is a bit different, and because I'm still young, your core why definitely changes as you grow and evolve. So what are my values in life? Is it fulfillment? Is it about love? What is it that's actually make me do the things that I want to do? The third thing is about leadership. How you can have people in your life which you can not tell them what to do and tell them what they think, to actually take their input on board and make them better at the things that they're good at, and actually you take on the things that they're not as good at. If your coworker is really good at, you know, marketing something, ask their advice on marketing. Get better at learning marketing, and then if they really suck at the whole financial side of things, help them out with the budget side of things. But you're actually just both helping each other. More about developing yourself and also developing others rather than dictating. Leadership isn't about dictating, it's about bringing other people up and helping them out in the parts which they aren't as good at and that you're better at. So helping them out at it, and they're helping you out at the same time, and you've also got this no ego, because they're not good at things and you're trying to get as good at them at that thing. You're actually saying, all right, well, they're better at this thing. Let me just help them out on something which they're not as good at. And they'll actually appreciate that more. The fourth thing is about changing your habits and doing intentional things to actually make your day better. I've made videos about this before. I'll put it up here with the habits which I'm doing right now, which have changed my life. The fifth thing is about discipline and specifically application. If you are the most motivated person and you get all the information in the world, but you don't do anything about it, you become a over-motivated underachiever. If you have two sides, you've got someone which is motivated and someone which is unmotivated but disciplined, eventually the motivation is going to fade and you're not going to continue doing the things that you're doing unless you've created some sort of discipline, versus the person which is disciplined, and they're going to be disciplined the whole time, and they're going to make more consistent progress because they're disciplined, but they're actually not motivated. But then when they start making progress being disciplined, they become motivated, but their stem is actually from discipline, it's not from motivation. Because yes, it's great to be reading these self-help books, it's great to be listening to these audios, it's great to be making all these key takeaways, but am I journaling? Am I applicating it back into my real life? Am I helping out other people? Am I being a better leader? And if I'm not, I'm really motivated, but I'm actually not doing anything. The sixth thing is about environment dictating your performance. So if you can get into an environment which you are the least educated or the least skilled, try and be in that environment, because that means that you have so much to grow and you'll eventually become just as good as the people that you're in the environment with. The seventh thing is about sales. So sales actually isn't about selling something and forcing someone to have something. It's actually solving a problem. It's almost like if you're trying to sell to get a promotion at work. It's like, well, I'm not trying to sell myself. I'm trying to say, well, these are the problems that this company is having right now. We're having a lack of commitment. This, that. This is how I can help fix these problems. So you're actually solving their problem rather than selling yourself to say, I'm the man for the job, these are my credentials, blah, 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 blah. You're actually showing, all right, well, these are the problems that we have right now, outline them, and this is how we can solve them. That's a better way of selling. I don't know why sales is really in this book. The 8 things about failure being mandatory. Failure is seen as a bad thing. Ultimately, what failure does is it shows you the point where you are, and then you can either look at the things and go, all right, how can I improve from here? If you don't fail, you don't know where you are. You don't know where your boundaries are. So if you get to a boundary where you can't get a promotion or you can't get that uni assignment done on time, okay, how can I do it better next time? What were my barriers stopping me from getting that promotion? You know, was it because I went out on the weekends? Okay, how can I also still go out but also still get that promotion? If it was a lack of sleep, if it was stressed, why am I so stressed? Okay, well, I need to learn how to be less stressed. If you don't fail, you don't know where your limit lies. So you may as well just push the boundaries as far as possible and fail as fast as possible. So adopting that mindset is like, how can I fail faster in life? Which is so interesting to think about, because it's like, okay, well, how can I, ask for a raise faster and fail faster? How can I talk to a girl easier? How can I fail talking to a girl? Like, oh, at least I know what my fucking issue was. Was it because I was not confident? Did I speak about the wrong things? Did I tense up? What was my body language like? Actually failing shows you where you can improve. The 9th thing is about self-image. You will never exceed what you see yourself as. If you see yourself as an 8 out of 10, work out how you can bring that way up to a 10. If that's having a better facial routine so you look a bit better, if that's dressing better, work out all these things which you can do which can bring your self-image up higher. If that's more positive self-talk about things, if it's better habits, if it's associations better, you are never going to exceed what you see yourself as. So bring that up. Make yourself happier, make yourself a more proud person of yourself, and you'll become a more successful person. And the 10th thing is legacy over leisure time. So simply, the average Australian spends, I think it was 4 hours a day watching TV. So if you take away just 1 hour of that to be more productive, reading a book or listening to an audio or something, at least that's making progress to become a more successful person. I'm not saying get rid of it entirely. Still have your time and budget it in. If you get all your stuff done through the day, then by all means, have 2 hours of relaxing time and don't do anything. But do you not think that if you have that time and you've done all your things, you're gonna be more relaxed now? You're not actually gonna be thinking, oh my God, I've got to talk to Jake about the proposal that I've got tomorrow to do. Like, do the proposal tonight and talk to Jake tomorrow and then relax. Wouldn't you rather that? But at least you're actually doing the things that you said you're gonna do rather than using that leisure time to escape from what you actually need to be doing. So those were the 10 key takeaways. If you've read this book or you have anything else you want to comment about this book or have any questions, comment down below. I will be sure to answer them and make another video talking about that. If you guys like videos like this, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you're all having an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for the support lately, everyone. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye.